We're live again as we promised. So this time I'm going to be showing you my desk and how it's set up and my computer features and just basically my setup here. I know some of you have laptops and everybody has something different depending on their needs. But what's nice is I'll try and cover what I think you might be interested in, but if there's something you want to know, go ahead and post your questions and Gary will read them out to me so that I can answer them live if we can get to all of those. Let's see, where should I start? Here we have obviously my desk, my monitors, and we're going to sweep this way in just a minute. So here's my 10 needle machine. This is the Enterprise, Baby Lock Enterprise. I know some are going to want to know which machine this is, so I'll tell you right now. It's the Baby Lock Enterprise. I've had it for at least 6 or 7 years. It was when it first came out. I can't believe it's been that long, but I think that's how long I've had it. Anyway, it's been an awesome machine. I have Baby Lock because, as you know, Baby Lock and Brother, or some may know this, Baby Lock and Brother are, my dealer tells me, they're built in the same factory. They have the same specifications inside, and when they come off the assembly line, they just slap on the sticker of the brand they need to go to. So I had originally been interested in getting a Brother, but my the dealer that's close to me is actually a Baby Lock dealer. The Brother dealer is about an hour or maybe an hour and a half away from us. So the main reason for choosing Baby Lock was because my dealer is 10 minutes away from me. And that should be one of your priorities when choosing a machine. Sometimes it's better to just go by who your dealer is. As long as the machines are good, then I think the deciding factor should be who is your dealer, who is the one that's closest to you for support. So here's my Baby Lock. This is connected via USB, and it's connected directly to my tower. I transfer all my designs via the computer, so I don't have cards, even though it does read it reads, I think it reads a disc. I haven't even looked. I can't remember, but it reads something else, some kind of portable device. But obviously I don't need to use that. I just use my cable, and I did have to buy an extra long cable. It comes with, I think it's a 6-foot cable or something. It wasn't quite long enough to reach around everything and plug in. So they do sell those cables so that you can extend it or just replace the one that it came with. And it's just sitting on a solid wood table. Underneath I just have some plastic bins where I keep some of my cut stabilizers, and that's about it for right here. But the table is very solid so that it doesn't shake when it's stitching. This desk is kind of, I have things, I'm more of a practical person, so more than a matchy person. I'll do what makes more sense to me, even if the overall aesthetics are not quite pristine looking. So I've cannibalized this hutch from another desk and put it on top of this desk. This had a really big hutch. If you've seen my studio video, things look a little bit different in the video because about 2 months ago, maybe 3 months ago, I decided I needed to switch my room around because I moved my photo station, where I keep my backdrops and all that, to the other side of the room. It used to be here, but I had too many problems with shadows and lighting, and the challenges were just too much. And eventually, because I'm always taking photography classes online and trying to learn as much as I can about photography, I decided that the best place for my photo station would be on the other side of the room, where there's a window right next to it, and there are no objects in between the window and my backdrops to cast shadows and cause me lighting challenges. So the less time I spend trying to overcome challenges, the more digitizing I can get done, and that's my whole objective here. So I took this when we moved the desk to this side of the room, I didn't really want the big hutch, because I didn't want this on the floor or on another table. There's room on my desk for the tower if I use this. So for me, this was perfect. So I took my hutch from this desk, which is beautiful, by the way, and put it on the other side where I have my sewing machine. And I'll go around the room and do more videos of the different places of the studio, so you can see how I have those spots set up for sewing and other variety of things. All right, so here's my computer setup. There are 2 monitors, obviously. I used to have 2 of these monitors, and one of them quit on me, and so I replaced it with an even larger monitor. But this monitor is actually much better than this one's. Quite a few years old, so the technology in it is already past its prime. So I upgraded to a larger monitor, but also a better monitor for photos. And this one is calibrated for when I do photo editing. When I have photos that need to be printed or that I want to print, it's very important that the monitor be calibrated, because I don't want surprises when I spend a lot of money to print something out and the colors are not at all what I thought they were after spending hours upon hours creating a piece of photo art. I want to know that what I'm looking at is how it's going to print out. This one is not calibrated, and it just looks a little bit different. So I use this screen. Normally I'm sitting here working on software, whether it's photos, whether it's embroidery, if I'm designing embroidery, and usually when I'm browsing the web, I'll go ahead and do it here, because I'm usually sitting right here. I moved my chair. I have a cushioned full back sewing chair that I use right here, and I moved it obviously so I could get around my desk. But this is where I sit, right in front of this screen, and so when I'm browsing and typing things in or using software of any kind, I do it here. And this, because I already had it, I have my mail just coming in right here all the time. So when something comes in, I can see if it's something I really need to take care of immediately. That way I'm not switching from my workspace to keep checking mail to make sure I haven't missed something really important that needs to be dealt with immediately. So it's just convenient to have my email here, and everything else I just do here. Let's see. Okay, as far as that's concerned, and I just use a regular mouse. I do have a Wacom tablet. It's right here gathering dust. I need to dust it. A Wacom tablet makes life easier, I understand, but it takes some getting used to it. And I've tried it a couple of times, and I don't know if I just don't have the settings right, or I intend to try again because I really think it would be much easier on my hand. You use it like a pen, and you draw and you click and you do everything on the tablet instead of using a mouse. And all of my design work is freehand on the embroidery screen. And it would just be really nice to be able to use a pen instead of holding a mouse like this and clicking. I've gotten used to it. It doesn't bother me, but I know it could be better. So it's a challenge that I need to face and overcome it so I can make the most out of the technology that we have available to us. All right. So here's my actual computer. My son-in-law built this for me. I needed it to have plenty of USB ports. It's got all these across the front, and it's got many more in the back. This is actually a gaming computer, and he put an NVIDIA video card in it so it could handle the kind of things that I'm doing with it, and it's powerful enough to support gaming, so it should be powerful enough to support what I'm doing on the computer. And no, I don't play games.
Judy Quinlan, who has joined us, has a question, Sonia. It's not regarding your computer. She's asking, are there any new earrings in the works?
You know, I've got many projects in the works, and I think I do have earrings in there somewhere. I'm always starting new designs, and then when I lose my inspiration momentarily, I'll put it away until I can get back to it with full enthusiasm, because I have to have full enthusiasm to complete designs. So I guess the answer is yes. I do have several earrings in the works, and I will be getting back to more earrings, especially now that the weather's getting warmer, at least for our side of the world. I have some stuff I really want to get back to and get some earrings in. And I think I forgot to take off, oh no, I did wear my embroidered earrings to church this morning. I forgot I changed them because I changed my clothes. This is actually typical work clothes. These are my leopard leggings and just a t-shirt. And today was kind of cold, but now it's kind of warm because of the lights. But so I wore long sleeves. But for Houston, this was untypically cool weather today, so I'm wearing long sleeves. Let's see, any other questions right now? Okay. So here's my tower, my gaming computer, my powerful friend, and my son-in-law put in several bays for drives. So I do use carbonite to back up my files, but I also have an external drive. I use this one to travel with. I also use it to save really large files to, if I need to keep them off of my main drive. The problem with having my external drive only is that carbonite doesn't back up the external drives on your computer unless I think you can pay extra or pay for another subscription or upgrade to a subscription that does cover external drives, and I haven't wanted to do that. So, because I have so many multiple copies of my files, I really don't want to. I'll save that money for something else. So I do have an external drive that has all my files on it, but I have two drives in my computer. One has all my files, and the other one is the one I work on that has all of the original files plus copies. It's just, there are several instances of copies of all my designs, Plus, I have them all online. So I think the ones that concern me the most are the ones that I have that are works in progress. And so those, if I ever lost my files, those would be the ones that would make me cry if I lost, because obviously I can recover my files from online, the ones that are already done and uploaded. So this one with the low green decal on it is my main drive inside the computer, where I save all of my photos and embroidery file originals and embroidery files that are uploaded to the website, and this one is a copy of all that. And Carbonite, like I said, doesn't back this up, but it backs this up, and it backs up the previous version of this drive that's also inside the computer. Also the computer, and I'm just covering some of this in case some of you want to build a computer, or you're looking for a computer. It's just some of the things that I looked for that I needed, that my son-in-law made sure I had in my setup here. This right here is all the card slots. My camera uses, the main camera that I use for online, it has, it uses these kinds of memory cards. They hold a lot of pictures, and I actually have 2 of those, because when one gets full, the other one takes over, and they both fit in the camera. We also have this for the camera that, our backup camera that Gary usually uses a backup camera, so when I'm doing a photo shoot, I'm using my main camera, and he's using the backup camera with these cards in it. And actually the backup camera, they're both professional cameras, but the backup camera, I didn't know this until after we received the camera, after we ordered it, that it also takes these cards, because I prefer these to this. First of all, these are easier to lose. And these, I think this one holds more. I think they're both capable, but anyway, I like these because then I could, my bigger camera doesn't use these, so this would have been nice to just have for interchangeable for both cameras. Just throwing that out in case somebody's looking for a camera. All right, I'm going to try and hurry along because it sounds like my phone battery is giving us a warning. So I thought I had charged it enough. If we get cut off, I apologize, but we can continue with this if we don't finish. Okay, so I've already covered that. So I'm going to open up my computer because I want to tell you the important thing. Oh, and if Gary doesn't mind, if he pans over here, I can show you really quick. My other machine is a Babylock BMP8. It's even older than my Enterprise, and bought it for the same reason. This was actually the first one I bought, and then I bought the 10 needle. Awesome machines. Babylock and Brother are both awesome machines. If anybody's in the market for a multi-needle, they're awesome machines. Never a problem. Okay, so I'm going to move this out of the way so that I can show you the inside of my computer. By the way, these computers, they have these rubber feet and they stick to the desk. So I cut circles, felt circles, and put them under the feet. That way I can slide this around and I can get to the back of the computer to unplug or plug or whatever I need to do back there. Just makes it so much easier. Which is why I wanted this setup. That way I could get to the back of my computer that much easier. Okay, so I'm going to open this up. I know viruses are one thing that we're all scared to death of, and that'll kill our computers. But I want you to know, dust is probably just as big as an enemy of your computer. It's an enemy of electronics. So if the inside of your computer looks like a haunted house, you are dodging bullets, because it's only a matter of time before your computer crashes. So you really have to, and I didn't learn this until just a few years ago, after all this time, how important it is to dust your computer. So I dusted this a few days ago, and that's what made me think of doing this video, was that when I dusted it, I thought, I wonder if this would be helpful to many. So the computer's running right now. It's very quiet, which is another very nice feature of this computer that my son-in-law wanted to make me. He bought fans that are very, very quiet. So when you dust, you need to make sure that anything you touch, you need to make sure that's very static free, whatever cloth you're using. So obviously cotton is pretty static free. You want to make sure you're grounded. You're not wearing clothes that are going to cause you to, cause a charge and damage something in here. And my son-in-law recommends that you actually turn everything off, unplug the tower from all the cords in the back, and take it outside. And then you can use canned air with the little straw in it. Just don't get up too close because that'll release moisture. But you just want to blow all the dust bunnies out of here, because that will kill your electronics. So also your fans collect dust like nobody's business. So you want to make sure that the fans are completely cleaned off. I had dusted this really well, and I didn't want to unplug everything. It wasn't too bad on the inside, and because I've been trying to keep it clean. So I really didn't want to unplug everything and take it outside. So I ended up covering it with a big cloth, and then I snuck the air in, and after I dusted, I hit it with some air here and there to make sure I got some of the little crevices and stuff. And you should have seen all the dust bunnies that came out of there. It was just, So, like up here, there's a grill for ventilation. There's a grill in the front for ventilation. All of that. If you see gray, fluffy stuff, I mean, even just wiping it, you can pick up the dust bunnies just by wiping it. But I actually blew it with my canned air to make sure I cleared the holes, and because this is a fan right here, and once it gets clogged with dust, I mean, imagine your computer's going to be working extra hard, and it's going to get hot when it's trying to cool itself. So you just need to make sure you have the dust cleared out of there. And if you've never done it, prepare to be shocked, because they collect a ton of dust. These are all the bays for my different drives. There's my main drive right here. Oh, I needed to dust that. But it's like the size of it's smaller than a cell phone and thinner than a cell phone. That's my main, the drive that runs my operating system. So I no longer, oh, and there's another copy on that drive, in the C drive. I have these files again. But all the new stuff I don't save to that anymore because it's almost full. So, excuse me. So I leave that drive alone for storing files. And there's my, I think these are two of my older drives. And then the main drive is in here where you can't really see it. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. And then Gary has another drive where he carries my designs also for when we travel, if he ever needs to send somebody directions or whatever. He's able to access those files and from his own computer with his own backup drive. So I think we've got quite a bit of backup going on. But I still need carbonite, because if a hurricane hits my house and takes my computer, it's not gonna leave behind my external drives, because it likes me. It's gonna destroy everything sitting here. So it's always good to have backup that's not stored with your computer. And by the way, CDs, flash drives, all those things have a shelf life. I've got CDs that I tried to access things not too long ago, maybe a year or so ago. I found a CD. I thought, oh, I wonder if those. I was looking for something, and the CD's no good. So the CDs and those types of hardware that you can store files on, don't count on them because they can get erased, or I don't know what happens to them, but all of a sudden all of the information is gone. So that's not really reliable backup. So there you go. There's the inside of my computer. There's my video card, and there's a fan here, and this fan here, and then obviously all the venting going on here. And it's really easy these days to open and close your computer. It doesn't have to be scary. And there's venting right here. So these holes all get dusty. And the other side of my computer also opens up. And I won't open it because it's got, this one is not necessary to open all the time, but all the wires and things are nestled in here, so I don't want to. There's a screw, 2 screws at the back where I have to release to open this side. But there you have it, and that machine also is hooked up directly to the computer. So that's my setup. Yes.
Roberta Varney wants to know if I can pan the entire studio because she came in late.
We're not doing the entire studio, Roberta, but let's see. I really want to it's not actually messy or anything, but I do want to set it up in a way that so that you won't wonder what is that thing or what. So I promise we will continue to bring videos. Maybe tomorrow I can do my work table, my cutting table that's in the middle of the room, and maybe my ironing station, because I'm really excited to show you how I set it up and how and why I have it the way I have it, and why I've just about outgrown this room, but it's still very functional, and I'm really blessed to have it. It's just awesome to be able to work in here and bring you all the stuff that I can bring you, and I appreciate all of you for being fans, for watching, and for hanging out with me when I want to have fun, and it's just, where do I find my friends who can think like I think? Right there where you are. So I really appreciate every one of you, and thanks for watching. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you can stay on top of all the videos. See you soon. Love you all.